Obviously, the biggest question in your room is about David's health. I mean, where can you? What have you seen out of him this week that maybe give you hope that he can play Sunday, or where does that stand currently?
We'll kind of see today what he can do and what it looks like, what it feels like. Had conversations. I know he's hopeful. Just kind of got to see how that ankle responds, over the next few hours and however many hours we have till game time. It's really up to that how he feels going into it.
Would that be pretty quick for him to come back from a high ankle sprain?
Probably for most people, but he's not. He's not most people. So I'm hopeful, that he can make it.
You guys miss him against? Obviously, you guys played great on offense, but how much do you think you just missed him in his presence against Cincinnati?
I think anytime you take out an elite level tight end, you're going to miss him. The guys did a great job stepping up, but it's different whenever you put different players in the game. They have different skill sets, different strengths, and so you kind of just maneuver the offense around those things. So it definitely changes. But always going to miss him, his playmaking ability, his ability to pass protect, his ability to affect the run game, and really just his presence of being out there. He loves playing, and so that's contagious.
He's been so much more consistent, it seems like, this year. What do you think the key is to him? Greater consistency.
I think he's getting more opportunities this year. More opportunities. What is it? His fifth year now, so a lot of playing experience. He was so young when he came into the league. 5 years now. He's gotten a lot of reps. He understands what's expected of him. He understands the NFL game. I think it's been just over time, maturing as a player, as a person, and then more opportunities now.
How high a level do you think he was playing at? I mean, do you put him up there with, the best tight ends in the NFL?
I do, yeah. I think he's an elite level tight end. I think he doesn't always get the same love other people get because of production in the pass game, which he's had. He's been very productive this year, but now just what he does all the way through the game. I say it all the time, but pass protection, run game, and production in the pass game, it puts him in a class with all the elite guys.
It just seems like he's capable of so many more touchdown catches. I just see him as a red zone, end zone guy more so than he's been able to show. Do you see that in his future?
Absolutely. I think, again, the more opportunities he gets down there, the more production there'll be. What's different about our offense is we run the ball in a lot more than other teams do. And when you can do that, when you have Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and you can run the ball in, it kind of limits some of the opportunities. But he's definitely capable, and when he gets those chances, I think he'll have some production.
What does Farrow give you guys? I guess mostly as a blocker, but he's taken on a pretty big role for not being here that long.
Absolutely. It's a really good thing. He's super smart. He understands the game, and he was here, for a little bit in this offense. So he came in with a good understanding. He's able to fill in. He has to play multiple spots for us. And, again, because of, Dave being out last week, he had to take on a role in the pass game, pass protection, run game. Like, in our room, you have to be able to do all three. And so him, being able to move to multiple spots, being able to do all of those things, it's been critical for us. And then he brings another element of just being super, super physical, which is really good.
Obviously, Harrison's played a lot, in two tight end sets and everything, even when David was healthy. But what was the biggest adjustment he had to make moving from tight end 2 to tight end 1 last week against Cincinnati, 2 weeks ago against Cincinnati?
I don't know if there was a huge adjustment. Again, we're always going to try and play to player strengths. So whoever's out there, we're going to play to what they can do best. I think he had to be prepared to play more snaps. In critical moments, if we do put one tight end out there, he knew he was going to be out there. But he's always ready for that. You saw it in the Baltimore game when two tight ends go down on the same play, and now he's the only guy we got. And so he was ready for that moment. He always has been. And I'm confident he'll be, even when Dave come back, ready for those moments.
Do you envision the role of the tight ends changing very much when Deshaun gets back?
I don't know, changing. There could be, I think it's really based on week, who we're playing, the defense we're playing against, what gives us the best matchups, the most advantages. I think that, you know, in Deshaun's past, there's been a bunch of production from the tight end. And so definitely I think the room's hopeful we'll get a ton of touches, but we're hopeful this week we're going to get a ton of touches. So we'll see.
Run a lot of those jumbo packages. I mean, are guys like Michael Dunn and Yelda, and are those guys spending time in your room?
They're mostly in Bill's meeting room, but we definitely get some walkthrough time in, going through all the different things that come with playing the muscle tight end, we call it. So we mostly get it on the field and in walkthrough with those guys. There's a bunch of them now. We get 3 guys playing all those positions. So
You're not game planning for Gesicki, but what do you know, from what you know about him, what makes him such a valuable piece of Miami's offense?
I think anytime the tight end can stretch the field vertically, it makes things, hard on a defense. So I'm sure they use him in all sorts of different ways. I don't get to watch a ton of that side of the ball, but just from watching him when he was coming out to just the things I've seen in highlights and stuff, I know he's very productive, and it makes it hard on defenses when tight ends can do those types of things in the pass game.